It's Monday, April 8th. I'm Jasmine Anderson. Hidden camps in the Hamptons. We found migrants who maintain multi-million-dollar estates living in the woods. Today, we continue our special series, The Migrant Struggle.
This is the Hamptons. Luxurious homes, expensive zip codes, a playground for the rich and famous. But this is also the Hamptons. Hidden migrant encampments right along Sunrise Highway and right behind backyards. Not far from the bustling Main Street boutiques and the picture-perfect manicured lawns are the unseen neighbors who help maintain those world-famous summer views.
Bueno, limpiamos afuera, las casas son bonitas, casas de mármol que tienen por fuera. Son mansiones, sí. Sí, en East Hampton, Bridge Hampton, por ahí también. San Harbor.
They live in the woods throughout Southampton town.
Ahorita, como hace frío, pues no nos bañamos.
Victor Cruz is doing what he can to survive.
Y a veces casi como a la 1 de la mañana nos metemos, pero aquí ya nos calentamos un poco.
Cruz has been living in this encampment for 4 years after being priced out of his apartment. Without electricity, he relies on the skies at night.
Como a las 11 se mira que todo ya está oscuro, pero después ves ya sale la luna, ya se mira como que si en el día andas.
The 48-year-old from Mexico says it's hard to find work in the winter.
Sí encuentra uno trabajo, pero a veces no todos los días.
He and others walk to nearby stores daily, hoping to get picked up by contractors.
A veces somos varios, lo van a uno tornando, ¿ves?
This is Alberto Gil Garcia. He's been living in another encampment for the past 3 months. While his boss is wintering in Florida, he's been unemployed, trying to push through until the weather gets warmer.
He trabajado, pero así 3 días en la escaping.
The 53-year-old from Mexico makes do with what he has.
Es unas cucharitas que tenemos aquí para cocinamos. O sea, para comer la comida que nos dan ahí en la iglesia.
What keeps him going is his family. Most of the money he earns goes back to them.
Casi 200, 300 pesos le manda a mi familia.
Locals we spoke with say the encampments are an open secret, but not for Michael Somas, who just moved here about a month ago.
It's horrible. I don't ever want to see anybody, homeless or living in, what literally looks like to me was a tarp over some sticks here. So, it's sad to see. It's sad to hear.
While it's hard to hear, it's the reality for many.
In a lot of cases, there is no choice. They're building, structures to survive from the elements, and they're gathering food together, and they're looking for work together.
And for Victor and Alberto, they are just looking for some normalcy.
A ver si encuentro así como antes vivía yo.
Tomorrow, we'll look at why migrants can't go to shelters. You can read more about the story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. It's Eclipse Day, and we're counting down to the big event. Here on Long Island, if the clouds cooperate, we could catch nearly 90% of the eclipse. It begins making its way across our state from the southwest at 3:15 p.m. this afternoon and leave the northern part of the state just before 3:30. Experts are reminding us you can only safely view the eclipse through specialized glasses.
Just as 100% of the sun is bright enough to cause permanent damage to your eyes, 50% of the sun is bright enough to cause that damage. 10% is bright enough to permanently damage your eyes, 1% of the sun's light. So you don't want to look at a partial eclipse at all. So on April 8th, there will be no part of the eclipse that's safe to look at without eye protection from here on Long Island. And sunglasses are not adequate eye protection.
Yeah, definitely want to protect your eyes. You can pick up a free pair of solar glasses at state rest stops and some LIRR stations. Enjoy. Stay with Newsday for complete coverage of the eclipse. You can watch it live this afternoon here on Newsday TV and on Newsday.com, where you can also find more information about the eclipse. A Newsday investigation now. About a quarter of Long Island nursing homes faced state penalties for a host of violations last year. Numbers from the state health department show fines for Long Island facilities slightly up to $148,000 in 2022. Fines range from $2,000 to $36,000. The violations range from sexual assault and physical violence to a failure to change personal protective gear or to follow proper medication protocol. Only in Newsday, home insurance prices are going up this year, especially here on the island, with spikes anywhere from 10 to 30%. Macy Eglund and business reporter Jonathan Lamantia explain.
Long Island obviously has exposure to coastal storms. Wind damage is covered under homeowners insurance policies. After, a few years of inflation, the cost of building materials, the cost to rebuild homes has gone up a ton. And that's really, what the insurers are potentially paying out in claims.
So what can we do to save some money?
Yeah, so people can go to their insurance agents. They can look to, bundle different types of insurance like auto and in-home. They can try to get discounts based on loyalty to one insurance company, and if they've made any improvements to their home that could make it less risky, like putting on a new roof or installing a security system, they should definitely tell their agent and see if they can get any discounts from that.
Read more about home insurance increases on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Police have not released the identity of a woman killed in a house fire in Wantagh. The woman was found dead after firefighters put out the flames on Saturday night here on Stanford Court. The cause of the fire is under investigation. A North Babylon man is dead after crashing into a parked car in Babylon. Police say John Liccione was driving north on Deer Park Avenue late last night when he hit the unoccupied car. Then his car ended up in a home's yard. A new apartment complex in Freeport Village is getting closer to reality. Demolition is 70% complete on the former Moxie Rigby housing project. It'll be the future site of the Gardens at Buffalo, a 200-unit modern housing development. The complex will include studios, 1 to 3 bedroom units, as well as 100 apartments for seniors and veterans. Top honors for 2 local star athletes. St. Anthony's wide receiver Corey Duff Jr. and East Islip defensive lineman Sebastian Regis both received the Greg Sarah Trophy. The hardware was handed out yesterday. The award, named after Newsday's high school sports editor, honors the island's top offensive and defensive players. Duff and Regis told Newsday just how much this honor meant to them.
It definitely shows off for all the hard work and being only the second person to receive it, and like I've been saying last year, the first person, my teammate. So it's good to keep the line going.
It's a lot of effort and time that go into these awards, and to finally receive something like this, it means a lot to me and my family and all the time that me and them have put in.
Congratulations. Duff currently plays for Rutgers. Regis will play for Stony Brook this fall.
Newsday Sports is brought to you by King O'Rourke Automotive Group.
Newsday Sports now. The Mets' new dance team is bringing new hype to Citi Field. Krista Kelman has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Mets fans, there's some new entertainment at Citi Field, and it's the Queen's Crew! The bright and bold orange and blue crew you'll see this season in the plaza and on the dugouts is the Mets' new dance team, which will perform before and during home games.
The inspiration really came from Queens itself, where we play, and drawing from the diversity, the grit of New York, the authenticity, and kind of infusing that into the identity of the team.
We are a true crew where everyone has their own talent that they bring to the table.
The co-ed group has 19 members, including 2 native Long Islanders.
I grew up playing sports, so it's just like the best of both worlds.
I love the Mets, I love dancing, so this is just like perfect for me. We're gonna bring the extra hype to everyone who's watching.
And the hype around this crew is real.
I could not believe what I saw. These guys are just so talented. This is a hit. This is an absolute hit.
From Citi Field, Carissa Kelman, Newsday TV.
I agree. I love it. Read more about the new dance team on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Now to weather, there will be some clouds in the sky for the solar eclipse. Checking out your hyperlocal forecast, partly cloudy today, highs around 58 degrees. Now normally we wouldn't complain about it, but we want the best view of the solar eclipse, so fingers crossed we don't get too much cloud coverage there. Tomorrow, partly cloudy. Looking at this, this is incredible. Highs around 70 degrees. And a look at your 7-day forecast, you can see we get a few great weather days, but rain returns midweek. But the weekend should be nice. That's a look at your 7-day forecast.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Happy Monday. Happy Eclipse Day. Thanks for watching.